Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another Oh So Curious uh, times DC Daily times MCU Weekly. We are here, the both of us. Obviously, with me hosting, I'm with Liz today, but I'm John. Very nice to meet you if you are, new today, but welcome to the show. So let me, introduce this lovely show that we have here and just get us right started. I might have fumbled a bit, but with that, Liz, how are you doing?
I was wondering what happened there. All right. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I missed y'all. Hope you had a great week so far.
Great. Awesome. Well, we have a ton of shit for you today. Oh my God. We Dan gave us a lot of links today, guys. He gave us so many, and then he's like, I conveniently have something today. No, he's like, I conveniently have something today. So now it's all to us. But we are going to be talking about a lot of box office stuff, lots of drops for Marvel related things, a lot of Thunderbolt stuff, and of course the big thing with Fantastic Four babies. I mean, Fantastic Four first steps, and then a ton of quick hits. Going to be a 30-minute quick hits, just like Caleb loves. Caleb loves honka honka. If you are in the chat. He is
Caleb
in the chat. Hello.
Dan has linktism, and you are correct, Caleb. You are absolutely correct. He does.
Now we all have the tism at this point. Like everyone has the tism, but we're going to be reviewing a bunch of stuff today. Got The Accountant, got Daredevil, and of course we have a shit ton of DCU stuff. And then going to be getting into the preview. So I already fucked up today, so why not just keep on going? Let's go. It's been a while since I've hosted an Oh So Curious, so I apologize.
And you got it out of your system early. We're good.
Yeah,
now.
so we can, we can get this shit over with. But let's take Ryan Gosling out of the fumbleness and into the fire, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to matter what I do. I'm always number two.
All right, Mr. I need to paint my abs on to get nominated. You don't see Robert Downey doing that.
You're kidding. You're kidding. I can't open the envelope without the...
Warner Brothers is heading back into the Matrix with a new movie in the works.
Wonder what other surprises are in store.
I want to be Bruce Wayne.
I like that. You're gonna love me.
There's the shot right there. That.
Okay, we don't need to see
right there.
You look ridiculous.
Well, not no more, he don't.
What, dude? I can barely understand you. Your accent's insane.
What the
Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh my God, there you are, guys. Anyway, so let's get into the first thing we have. We got some box office projections for you, because that's what I'm sure the entire audience really cares about, is box office projections. But apparently, we got a big box office draw, hopefully in store. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in terms of Memorial Day next month, at the end of next month.
Oh, it's happening.
Apparently, Lilo and Stitches might be tracking at 100 million, and Mission Impossible might rectify what happened with initially called Dead Reckoning Part 1. This is going to be called Dead Reckoning Part 2, but then they changed it because they realized Part 1s don't do well at the box office. So let's hope this rectifies that. But yeah, so it seems like they're going to be having a 3-day, big opening for that. Both 100 million plus. So I mean, it seems like that might be the case for Lilo and Stitch, especially after what happened very, very poorly with what happened with the last Disney remake. Are you shocked by either of these things, or do you think this tracks from what we've gotten so far?
I mean, listen, if that's what the data shows, that part ones are, don't bring people in or a deterrent, whatever, fine. I think it's personally bullshit. If you want to see a movie, you're going to go see a movie. But if that's what the numbers show, who am I to refute? What the fuck ever. Lilo and Stitch is going to smash it. It's going to break records. It's going to bring in so much goddamn fucking money. I'm looking forward to seeing what the popcorn bucket is. Maybe it's like a hula skirt or like luau kind of bullshit. I don't know. I don't care. I can't wait to see it. I'm actually traveling across country so I can see it with my nephew, who is a huge Stitch fan. This is going to be an event, gang, especially because it's Memorial Day weekend. All the money, and good for them. Good for them. Go ahead, make all that money. He's adorable. Why am I mad about it? I'm not.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch tracking to surpass Snow White's entire domestic box office in just its opening weekend.
That's not fucking hard, gang. That's hard.
Not hard at all. Not hard at all. Ignore like whatever it was that actually faltered, because some people say it was the controversy. Some people say it wasn't. Some people said
it was everything.
Let's say it was everything.
Yeah.
But it helps that I've said this before. It's going to work for this. It's going to work for How to Train Your Dragon when that comes out in June. That comes out in June, right? And it's going to work for whatever remakes are in the future with Disney and maybe DreamWorks. I mean, yes, with DreamWorks, because they're already planning How to Train Your Dragon 2 live action remake. So I think the newer stories definitely help. It's more in the pop culture zeitgeist a little bit better. Like people are more aware of it. So I do declare that it's no surprise that Lilo and Stitch is going to get a shit ton of money, but it's also, it's interesting that Mission Impossible might be rectified a little bit, might be having that big comeback. I mean, considering that we get a trailer for this goddamn movie before every movie nowadays.
Listen. Hey. We know there's going to be a recap, like there always is whenever there is a part 1, part 2 situation. But the bottom line is there was a part 1. So thinking you're going to get more butts and seats because you're not calling it part 2. Like, again, I get that, but you're also going to piss a lot of audiences off that might not have seen part 1 and didn't catch that there was a part 1. They're going to walk in there and be like, oh, so I missed a whole 2.5, 3 hours of plot point that was relevant to what I'm seeing now. And will they catch up? I would assume so. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're just confused the whole fucking time. I just think the whole argument is just stupid. It's just dumb, but whatever. Yeah. Good for them.
But I think, quorum is another thing that haven't really talked about on the show, but apparently there's
I never knew this was a thing.
I never knew that this was a thing either, but apparently like this helps describe on the awareness of like what upcoming movies are you aware of. So apparently, according to this, at least, you have the Lilo and Stitch awareness is quite high. It doesn't show it here, but in terms of the upcoming movies, you have lower awareness like Karate Kid, Ballerina, 28 Days Later, stuff in the middling range like How to Train Your Dragon, M3gan 2.0, Fantastic Four First Steps, which is a little surprising, Wicked Part 2, I refuse to call it that, and Avatar Fire and Ash. But then, well, maybe a shock to a lot of people that the awareness of Jurassic World Rebirth and Superman are really fucking high, even though we've just started kind of getting that Jurassic World trailer. And, Superman, people have been claiming that the marketing has not been great, but it seems like, according to this, that it's been doing okay. That's
at the end of the day, it's
exciting.
Superman. Superman's going to bring butts and seats regardless, because again, people who may not be interested are going to see it because they're curious. People who are really jazzed about it are going to go, obviously, and then there's going to be some haters that are going to go and hate watch it. So either way, they're making money. I don't care what anybody says. I know they will.
Yeah. But yeah, it just goes to show how many weeks out they are. So it makes sense that something like these would maybe be a little bit lower, like Wicked and Avatar, because, we haven't gotten those like trailers yet a lot. So yeah, I think that makes sense. But moving on to other box office projections, something a lot sooner. So apparently, the Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan vehicle Sinners, targeting a solid $45 million opening. Now, this has been getting a shit ton of press. It's been getting a lot of acclaim ahead of its release, and I ask again, like, just like divorce your love of Michael B. Jordan and baby oil for a second, Liz,
First of all,
and just think logically a little bit. Think with the brain up here, not down here. And
I don't care for
so
baby oil; it gets everywhere. So let's just.
I'm just saying, is this surprising for Sinners, considering it's mostly an original film, and people are claiming that they want to see more original films, but
I
the
mean,
numbers are saying that they aren't. So
listen,
I'm curious.
vampires. People love vampires. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's in it. Doesn't matter what it's. People love vampires. And Ryan Coogler makes hits. Michael B. Jordan makes hits. Haley Steinfeld makes hits. I mean, they just got a winning combo, and I'm here for it. And again, there's 2 of Michael B. So
Also, wanted to say hello to the chat, by the way. Caleb,
hello, Caleb, Johnny,
roasting us in the
GP,
chat. That's cool. But Johnny
Geek
Dome saying the
Geek Ledger. I don't know
fantastic
you. Hello.
Johnny Dome Fantastic Four trailer was a little underwhelming. We will get to that soon enough. But yeah, TC24 in the chat. And Geek Ledger.
Geek Ledger.
Hello.
Hello.
I think we've
And
seen
right
you before. I
dude.
think it's been a while. But yeah, hey, just popping in real quick. I'm gonna be watching day 1 of Star Wars Celebration. That's still culturally relevant. Okay.
I mean, good for you. Enjoy.
But yeah, right dude's looking forward to Sinners. Yeah. I mean, I was in love with it like the first when that first trailer dropped, and it's just like, stop, I can only get so erect. Like, I mean, like every trailer, every poster, every single solitary thing gets me more excited. If this is a disappointment, I swear to God, I'm gonna punch the wall.
There's no way. There's no way.
But I mean, and also in terms of 45 million in regards to its budget, the budget is around 90 to 100 million. So that's about half of its budget already. So if it manages to get to that point and even better over the course of like its next weeks, it might be, this might be hopefully the first like real big, maybe original hit this year, like truly big hit, because all the other hits have been IPs. Biggest hit so far this year is Minecraft. So, I think it's awesome that because Mickey 17 seemed like it was going to be a big hit, but then it wasn't. But now it seems like Sinners, you had the guy who played a vampire before, and that failed. But now you have currently the vampires coming in and be like, all right, Robert Patz, we got this. We're going to show vampires still relevant. And honestly, it's just one of those things where I'm like, it's like really nice to see, because I think it could also beat the hell out of the idea of like, oh, diverse casts don't do well and all that shit, when got a very diverse cast here, and that's really awesome. And I mean, it shouldn't be a shock because Ryan Coogler again delivers hits. Michael B. Jordan delivers hits, as you said.
Yep.
And vampires are still going to be relevant. They were relevant in like 100 years ago. They're going to still be relevant now. So it's just nice to see that a more original story, even though vampire stories have been around centuries, but it's still nice to see it like actually, like a more original story, like get not only a lot of like acclaim, but seeming to get a lot of money. So that's great too. So I think.
I was telling you off chat before, I have friends that are not interested in scary movies or vampire movies in general, and they're like, we're thinking about seeing this. Because again, I know horniness aside, but people love Michael B, people love Haley, so all of my friends are really interested in it, and they're curious about it. Whether or not they actually go is another story, but the fact that they're even talking about it and have it on their radar says a lot. I think it's going to do really well.
I hope you're right, because I would love to see this. I'm a simple man. I see I see horror, I click.
Yeah.
Um, but in regards to our next sorry, clicking a lot of links, guys. Our next major story is, well, Highlander. A little bit of that today with a lot of people wondering, like, hey, where the hell is this movie? Well, apparently it switched. It apparently is going from Lionsgate to Amazon MGM. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing,
Yeah, they
we'll
don't really
see.
specify why or, what, like, any real details about it. So I'm not sure what happened, why it's changed, what, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a mystery to me. The article didn't
Right.
info.
So it seems like Chad Stileski has been like plotting this for a while. Um, and so apparently Lionsgate was plotting an entire universe for Highlander with Stileski to oversee it all. But now it seems that the new deal will give United Artists full rights to the franchise, which dates back to the infamous or famous 1986 cult feature with Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery. And, the movie that spawned a million memes, There Can Be Only One. Uh, but I still think that oh, we have a little bit of a typo there, guys. The project. Um, but I don't know. I've been excited ever since it's been announced. I was never a huge fan of the original film. I never
Aw,
watched I never watched the show, but I watched the first movie, and then I
yeah.
knew never to watch any of the sequels because I heard they all suck.
I
So I
mean,
never
but,
watched
like,
any
in
of
a
them.
fun, like, culty, campy way. Like, they're not the worst.
But
It's
I
it's enjoyable to hate watch, that's for sure.
but I know the first one's like kind of fun. I mean, the best part about that movie was Clancy Brown as the villain. Like that was easily the best part of the fucking movie. But I mean, I like the lore and all that. It's just Christopher Lambert can't act to save his life. And Sean Connery, should have been in the movie more. But it's still an overall like fun kind of fun movie. But I think it definitely is one of those cases where it deserves a proper remake. And I think Stileski and Cavill can give that to us now under
Yeah.
United Artists / Amazon rather than Lionsgate. But still, we got to get those views, guys. Henry Cavill will bring in the views. Michael B. Jordan is going to bring in the views. So we got to get those clicks. And speaking of clicking, you should be clicking the like button so we can help that fucking stupid ass YouTube algorithm that hates smaller channels.
Well, but I
So
will say also, I feel like we've heard a lot about this Highlander reboot for a really, really long time, for years. So the fact that, like, again, now the studio seems to be changing now that they're like actually in production and they're taking off. It's all really interesting to me and very curious. But
hello, Manolo.
again, they're gonna bring butts and seats because we've talked about it ad nauseum already at this point, and there hasn't even been any like marketing, so to speak, of it. So I'm hoping for good things. I think it'll be great. I love Henry. I know he puts his all into his projects. So hooray.
Yeah, so I'm super stoked for this. Hopefully, this isn't a huge blow to the movie, and hopefully that we'll be getting something good under the tyrannical dictatorship of Amazon. But we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
But going from Highlander to, I don't know, a clever segue, Thunderbolts. We have
Thunderbolts.
the final trailer has been released for the film, and
Is that
uh
what we're calling it? The final trailer?
that's what it says right here. It says final
Oh, okay.
trailer.
Okay, then.
So, Marvel Stan, why don't you give us your thoughts on this wonderful little final
It's
trailer
wonderful.
that we got here?
That's exactly the word. It's wonderful. I can't wait. I already have my tickets. I'm already shopping popcorn buckets. I'm very, very excited. I just I already have the movie poster reserved from my movie theater, so when it leaves the theater, I'll be taking that
Yes,
home
the
and
popcorn
framing it.
bucket.
I already know
It'll
where I'm putting it in my house.
look just like
I love
that.
everything about it. Like I said, I wish I could purchase a second home so I could bring home the giant Wheaties box standee that's in my theater. It's so beautiful, so glorious. I'm so, so, so very excited for Thunderbolts. It's gonna be great. it's gonna be great, you guys. And I hope everybody sees it. I hope everybody enjoys it. It's gonna be wonderful. That's
I
it.
mean, I'm certainly curious about it. So, I don't
John,
know if
come out and see it. Come on.
I mean,
Live a
it,
little, John. Come
it
see
just,
it.
it looks like Diet Suicide Squad, but
Stop saying that first.
maybe I'll yo ho ho it. But yeah, there it is. Good old Thunderbolts. But yeah, it was good. It was still a decent trailer. I mean, it looks, not like as long. Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to generic Marvel fare, if it's pre-Endgame generic Marvel fare, I'll still take that a million times over post-Endgame generic Marvel fare, because at least generic Marvel fare was like you're gonna get something instead of nothing.
Obviously, it's
So,
post Endgame. Okay.
well, I'm just talking about
Whatever.
the quality versus.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I can't wait. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. And you're gonna be sorry you missed it. That's all. Whatever.
But yeah, we got, I love I will say the marketing has been pretty damn good, but I love this protect Bucky at all costs squad. Yeah, that seems like the case here.
I mean, he's like a senator or something at this point. So yeah, it's kind of important.
Is he?
He was running for office in Captain America, and it looks as though he's either still in the process of campaigning or he has gotten the job from the little bits we've seen in the trailer.
Okay. But
Yeah.
next thing to talk about in terms of Thunderbolts, apparently the mystery deepens after a major change in the trailer in regards to the asterisk. Oh my god, guys. We're really fiending for stories today, guys.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So,
Who fucking cares?
It's just like it's just like it's so funny because I remember when they first announced the movie with the asterisk, because originally it was just Thunderbolts, and then it became Thunderbolts with an asterisk.
Right.
So, and then Kevin Feige, of course, has to fucking build this up, and it's like, oh my god, guys, we can't reveal what the asterisk means, or that's gonna spoil the movie. So we can't bring it up. So you can't you can just speculate. And so it's like, okay, speculation. And then they revealed in the trailer that it's like Red Guardian's like, we're the Thunderbolts.
Right.
And then Bucky's like, we can't call us that. We can't call ourselves that. And then that's it. Right. Where's the mystery of it?
That's what I'm saying.
That's literally it. It's just
that's the end of the trailer. It's Thunderbolts ding asterisks. Because we don't think we're
have a name. They don't have a proper name.
Right.
That's literally it.
And if there's more to it, shouldn't the marketing be completely around the asterisk and not like an asterisk of the asterisk? Like I can't. Anyway, I don't care. I'm excited for the movie. It's gonna be wonderful.
But I mean, maybe in terms of Thunderbolts, well, right, dude, I might see it on streaming or pirate it, because it looks like at least a decent time. But I'm more curious about Fantastic Four, although after that trailer, I'm less excited for that, but we'll get into that soon enough. But let's move on to your favorite thing.
How the tables have turned.
Popcorn buckets. So, a vast array, as it says, a vast array of popcorn buckets have been unveiled for Thunderbolts. Now, I knew about this one. I knew that the AMC
that looks
one.
That looks straight out of what's that video game? Metal Gear Solid. Is that the one? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
No. The one where it's like derby style, and they have that clown with the ice cream van. What the hell video
Twisted
game?
Metal?
Thank you, Twisted Metal. Jesus H. This is how old I am, gang. It looks like it's straight out of Twisted Metal, and I don't know if I like it. It looks grimy as fuck. I don't like it.
But you said you're gonna get the keychain.
I am getting it because I will be there opening night at the fan event.
Cool.
Great.
But I think, guys, you could have done something.
I mean, it's huge. But
I mean, yeah, but the Wheaties box was right there.
I was wondering about that. That's what I assumed they were going to do, since they gave out Wheaties boxes at Cinecon, and they have the big standee, and it's one of the main posters.
I think it's safe to say the Cinemark one is a lot better with the helmet and all that shit.
Yeah, the Red Guardian helmet is sick.
Yeah. So That's cool looking. It's
That's
it's
cool.
metal and
Cool
all
ass.
that shit. And then you have Regals, which is just
I
a
don't know why people
generic
are even still
logo.
bothering with shit like this. That's so boring AF. I'm not spending money on that.
But
But
you
I want
do
the pint glass. Someone go to Alamo Draft House and get me the pint glass, please and thank you.
I
I'll be
will say the
honored.
pint glasses kind of look hard. Not gonna
I'll
lie.
love you forever. I
They
want
look
them
pretty
so
good.
bad. It's so
But
cute.
you know, wherever you are, whether you have for the people watching, Alamo Draft House, you get pint glasses. For Regal, you get a shitty drink and popcorn bucket.
I mean, the
combo.
Funko Pop toppers are cute as shit. That's cool.
I don't
like
think it
that.
comes with that though.
Yeah, it comes on the drink.
Oh, okay.
It comes with them. That's something they've started to do as well. They did that. They've been doing the toppers a lot.
Okay.
They had it for Deadpool and Wolverine. They had it for Kung Fu Panda, for Christ's sake. That's a new thing now.
But yeah, so Thunderbolts, you know, you can get a tumbler, you can get like generic stuff, but then you can get this Red Guardian popcorn bucket, and then you know you can, for the IMAX fan event, get a little keychain.
I don't know
and
what the
then
fuck I'm gonna do with that,
is
but I'm getting one. I don't care.
AMC is stuck with this shitty fucking.
That thing is humongous, though. That's huge.
Like it's almost as big as the sarcophagus, I think, for Nosferatu.
I feel like it's longer.
I have it on my shelf.
I think it's longer.
But I mean, you would like that. But yeah, so I think, you know, the popcorn buckets. I mean, I do love me a good popcorn bucket. We both do.
Oh yeah.
I will say,
you should see my house.
Not the greatest selection of popcorn buckets, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Again,
maybe
I mean, maybe for copyright, whatever, but they already had the Wheaties box style for the other marketing, so give me the Wheaties box. That's what I want. But oh well.
It's fine. It's you know, it'll be okay. Don't worry. Maybe
dude, Team AMC.
But maybe Sinners will give us a good popcorn. I don't know, but like, well, maybe Superman will give us a really good popcorn. Maybe Fantastic Four.
Maybe Dan will get like a bulge popcorn bucket for Superman.
Yeah, like you get like it's a popcorn bucket of the
red shorts.
The red trunks, and you have to go in and like there's a bulge there. So, you know, anyway, let's not like chat about bulges too much, and let's move on to the final superhero thing. We have Fantastic Four to talk about. I was close a day before Superman Day. They dropped it. I still think they should have had the balls and drop it on Superman Day. That would have been such a power move. Yep. But we alas did not get that. But we can hope that, like, I don't know. We'll see. If we are getting the Superman trailer on Superman Day, awesome. But in order for a bit of retaliation, I think Superman should reveal their trailer on the day Thunderbolts comes out as like some friendly.
I mean, they might. You don't know. They might. Why not?
But anyway, so Fantastic Four First Steps trailer, Marvel stand. Why don't you talk, ladies first? Why don't you talk about?
You guys, I've been talking about it for weeks. This is what I've been waiting for. Give me some actual fucking content instead of just four guys standing around in their astronaut spacesuits.
Actually, we got three men and one woman, by the way.
For goodness sakes. We got the first look finally of goddamn Silver Surfer. We've got a little bit of action. We've got a little bit of story going on. Turns out Mrs. Storm is pregnant. Very exciting. So there's a lot of things coming around. Or is it? It's Storm, right? Yeah. Storm?
Yep.
That's her last name? Okay. Thank
Sue
you.
Storm.
Yeah, Sue Storm. Thank you. So stuff's happening. Finally. It's not just astronauts. It's they have their powers. They're well known to they're kind of treated like the Beatles in this universe.
That was the intention.
Yes. So I'm more jazzed for it now than I was. I still feel it's a little mid as far as Marvel trailers are concerned, certainly again compared to the latest Thunderbolts trailer, but I am a little more excited for this film than I was before. And of course, now that means John is not excited at all because apparently that's how things work with us. He's jazzed about something. I think it's mid. I'm jazzed about something. He thinks it's mid and the world turns. So
I mean, I will say this. I don't want to rag on this movie too much because, again, it's just a trailer, so who knows what the actual movie is going to be about. I just felt two major things were from this trailer. It just feels like every other Marvel movie. Like the whole thing that like enticed me about this, like, oh, retrofuturism, it's going to take place in the 60s. And it's literally just surface level aesthetics. It doesn't feel like they're really going in on that like proper aesthetic, like deep within there. It's just like it takes place in the 60s because it's like kind of different, but like we're still doing the same old Marvel movie. So like that's kind of, I still love the aesthetic. Don't get me wrong. Retrofuturism, I love. I mean, both Superman and this are doing it. So awesome, great. I like how it does take place in the 60s, and I like how they are alone, and it is a different world, feeding into the whole, multiverse of the multiverse saga. Crazy. But and then the other thing that I was a little, I'm gonna say this, I think Pedro Pascal is a great actor. Not once throughout this entire trailer did I buy him as Reed Richards.
No, I completely agree. I have never felt it from the beginning, from the announcement of the cast. I've never felt that way.
It feels
as much
like
as I love him, I'm happy to see him in anything he's in. He's not.
I feel, and it like I kind of knew it was when he was first cast, but now this really doubles down on my thoughts that he's just a stunt casting. He's popular, so they cast him. That's it. And so here's the thing. And the thing this is gonna sound weird, but I know I haven't read a ton of Fantastic Four comics. I maybe have read like a couple here and there. But Reed Richards is a fucking asshole. Like he is worse than Iron Man in terms of assholery. And the thing is, Pedro Pascal, could he pull off assholery? Sure.
Yeah.
But like I look at him and he's just like, I just see a little guy who's really nice.
You see America's daddy.
I see America's sweetheart. That's what I see. I don't see the guy who's willing to commit genocide in the blink of an eye for science. That's what Reed Richards is, and that's what he does. So I just don't feel that from Pedro. The rest of the trailer, pretty good. Just like a run-of-the-mill trailer kind of thing. We get our first look at Charlotte Ball, I think that's her name. I know everyone's losing their fucking complete shit over it, but people are stupid, so that's beside the point. But I think that the CGI looks pretty okay. I think Human Torch looks pretty good. I still am not a huge fan of the Thing's look. I don't mind that he doesn't have the gravelly voice, but at the same time, I expect it. Like, it's just like I expect.
Like you're made of rock.
It's just like I just hear Moss Bachrach's voice coming out of that, and I'm like, that doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah,
like it should be at least a little bit gravelly. I think. I don't know, but maybe that's just me. The stretchiness of Mr. Fantastic looks pretty good, and I will say, like, what I hope that they go in on with this movie. I am the man that wants to be proven wrong whenever I am skeptical about anything. And what I hope they're doing, and it seems like it's teased here, and it's something that I really liked, and I think I've talked about this before, is I hope it comments on celebrity worship, because it's something that is absolutely rampant in this day and age. And I hope even like there's some like showcasing like the Fantastic Four being the the Beatles essentially, and just being this beloved like icon of this world. And not only do like they aren't sure if they can like defeat Galactus, but at the same time there is the idea, and I've talked about this, I don't know if Marvel has the balls to do it, but it would be really awesome if like they do show the Fantastic Four losing, and it shows that the reason that they are a part of Doomsday or are a part of Secret Wars and eventually get folded into the mainline MCU is because they don't have an Earth anymore. So they have like this guilt of like essentially escaping this planet and being forced to deal with the guilt of letting their entire Earth die. That could be a really interesting thing to play with. but I don't know if Marvel has the balls to do it. I don't know what your thoughts
I
are on
mean,
that, but
no, I agree, and it would make sense because again, at some point they're going to be moving into the other world. So yeah, so it would make sense as to kind of to connect that to round it all out. Whether that's going to come in the middle of the film at the climax or if it's going to happen at the end. For me, I would assume the end. But yeah, well, I mean, we'll see what happens. Again, now seeing this new trailer, seeing the new images, seeing a little bit of action, I'm looking forward to it. Still not on like, the top of my list for the year, but I'm a little more jazzed than I was before.
yeah, I'm a little apprehensive, but it did go down a little bit. I don't hate it. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. It just I found it a little bit disappointing. But we do have a Snyderverse fan in the chat. Hermosa Faye was like, I'm guessing the typical closeted boomer divorcees won't be able to handle a sexy she Silver Surfer. This looks so cool. Fantastic Four will gross more than $1 billion. It won't. And MCU
I don't
Superman
think
will
so,
bomb.
yeah.
Hashtag Snyderverse. Anyway, Caleb, can you
Okay.
take care of that, please? Anyway, but another thing that was
Now.
teased, another thing that was teased is the fact she's preggers. Now,
Yeah.
that means, I don't know if you know this about Fantastic Four, but that does tease that Franklin Richards will be a case in the future, and I'm really curious how they're going to handle that. Do you know anything about Franklin Richards or no?
No.
So Franklin Richards is essentially, well, he is the child of, Sue Storm and Reed Richards, and he is one of the most powerful mutants like
Gosh.
ever. And he, he is literally a god. He's a reality bending god, can be at least. So
Nice.
maybe that has something to do with Doomsday and Secret Wars, because Franklin Richards has these powers, so maybe they can do something. Maybe at the end of Secret Wars, like, Franklin Richards will be of age,
I mean,
and then since he has these reality bending powers, he can bring these worlds together, like bring all these histories and timelines together, and then defeat Doctor Doom. So I don't know your thoughts on that, but that could be something really interesting if they do decide to go in that direction.
I'm all for pretty much. I mean, I'm all in for everything, anything and everything right now. Just make it interesting, make it make sense. And I'm a happy lady. That's the bare minimum. Just make it make sense, make it all connect in a way that's cohesive, comprehensive, and I'm good. If I have to fill in a lot of the blanks and like try to puzzle out what you meant to do there, we're gonna have problems. But Marvel hasn't let me down in that regard yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see.
And and then Julia Garner's Silver Surfer. She was in the previously disappointing Wolfman this year. She finally makes an appearance, and I will say, not the greatest look to me. Like, again, I don't.
No, I
care
agree.
that she's a woman.
I agree.
Honestly, and somebody put a side by side with the Doug Jones / Lawrence Fishburne version from the Rise of the Silver Surfer, and honestly, the Rise of the Silver Surfer one from 2007 looks way better. Like, straight up.
I mean, I saw what they were doing. They were trying to make them as similar as possible. They were trying to, I got it, but yeah, it was kind of a miss for me. But we'll see how it goes when when it's on the big screen, when there's action going around, when things are actually happening. But again, looking forward to it a little more than I was before, but yeah,
Right.
so it won't be my favorite of the year.
So yeah, and people did actually state what?
Okay. Is that them having sex on a surfboard? That is.
I mean,
what's going
whatever's
on there?
possible.
Sure.
But
for y'all.
apparently, they never gave a reason as to why they picked Shala Ball over Norman Rad. or Norin
I mean, I
Rad,
feel like
sorry.
just because it's already been done, like.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was
Yeah.
done in a shitty movie, so wouldn't you want to try and do that better again? But it's mostly a male cast, so maybe they wanted to just throw another woman in there, which like fine, whatever. But again,
Yeah.
it's comic book accurate. Like she's from a parallel universe, but it still works. This looks like Alex Ross art, which is always a win. But yeah, I'm curious what she's gonna bring. I know Julia Garner is a very good actress, so I'm curious what she has to bring to the role.
Yeah.
And it's just like you got like stoked. I'm stoked for the stacked cast. That's what I was trying to say. Look at our boy Eddie. We have like people from Emmy award winning shows. You got people from award winning movies, Ralph Ineson, Robert Eggers regular, and Julia, and forgetting, for the people that are forgetting, Paul Walter Hauser is going to be in the movie.
Lovely man.
And we don't know who he's playing. A lot of people have said he might be playing Mole Man in the movie, maybe in like a cold open or something like that, which it would fit, but we don't know that yet. That's just the speculation for now. And John Malkovich is going to be in it. He was going to be Vulture at one point when the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 was still on the table, but we don't know who he's going to be. He could be a whole bunch of people, but apparently he might be playing a villain such as Puppet Master, Wizard, or Red Ghost. And then Natasha Lyonne is also going to be in the film, and some people have said that she's going to be the love interest for Ben Grimm, who is a blind sculptor. So that's definitely interesting. And
Yay, Sarah!
I don't know who Sarah Niles is. I'm sorry.
Ted Lasso, baby.
There we go. And whoever Sarah Niles is going to play, then get stoked for that. But yeah, these are the confirmed castings, by the way. So, and I assume they're talking about Franklin Richards. But yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna, why is this? But yeah, it just looks like slightly off to me. Like, I don't like how the hair looks slicked back. Like I like.
Yeah, I thought that's how the hair would be, but then in the other shot, she had like weird bangs in the front, like that. I didn't like it all. Like the slicked back makes way more sense to me, but
I like the poofy hair right here, but that's just me.
But I mean, even that's like it's out of her face. It's still essentially slicked back. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Again, I'll wait for the film to.
But it looks like, and you also have Herbie, which is nice.
Maybe that'll be a popcorn bucket.
Maybe, but I like what I like, or at least found interesting. Also, they totally ripped off BVS for this. But I'm interesting how like they seem like they go into space regularly. Like that's the vibe I got in the trailer. Like they are, even after this all happens, that they go into space a lot. So
yeah,
I'm curious as to what that's for. Is it like, because Reed Richards says in the trailer, like, oh, I wanted to touch deep space and it touched back and this is my fault, blah, blah, blah. So I assume it's like they're looking for alien life out in the universe, and Galactus read that and he's like, cool, another Earth to destroy, or another planet to destroy.
Buddy. Yeah.
But I found that to be kind of an interesting thing because, again, it feeds into the whole like not buying this is Reed Richards, because it's like I could see Reed Richards doing that and not regretting it, like because it's like that's what Reed Richards would do. He's like, all right, cool, we have to fight Galactus now. But the Marvel Rivals skins are going to be fucking crazy with this. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm just it looks weird to me. Like I think it's the eyes. The eyes look.
That's fair.
off.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah.
But yeah, look at I'm sorry. That just looks great to me. That looks really good. But that's just me. But yeah, welcome to the family, guys. Welcome to the family. We're ready to see this fam, because remember, it's all about family.
What's real is family.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm still, yes, I know it's Lawrence
Yeah, he
Fishburne. I
mentioned
said that before.
He did.
Listen, listen, Dan.
Put your listening ears on, Dan.
I have the grumpy glasses on. You have to put the listening ears on, Dan. Anyway, but yeah, I'm still like reasonably excited. I'm just like, I was a little disappointed in the trailer. I expected a little bit more because I just want there to be a good Fantastic Four movie that isn't called The Incredibles. Like, because literally the only good Fantastic Four movie we've ever gotten is The Incredibles, and that's it. So, I just want, I just want, like, when the best movie was a fucking Roger Corman produced schlock fest that would never intended to be released, that's not great, so I I don't know if that's just me or if that's you too, but is Five Ash in the chat right now? The eyes, yeah. So so sorry, I'm just going through the chat, guys. Somebody called Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal, worst miscast in CBM history. Nothing special about another MCU movie. This Fantastic Four casting is weird. Is Galactus's face a spoiler? Why hide him? I don't know. Like maybe it just looks like shit and they want to hide it. But but yeah, like, oh, they might be a Council of Reeds. That's interesting. And Morkana says fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Cute. But now we have something, Liz, that you love so very much. We're gonna get into the quick hits, guys.
Woohoo!
There it is. Okay, sorry. My computer is shit, guys. I'm sorry if it's slow. Like my.
He's in the process of rebuilding.
Yeah, I still
Please
need to get my monitor.
respect his privacy at this time.
Anyway, but first things first. Pacific Rim TV series from legendary Eric Heiser lands at Amazon for development. Thoughts?
I love Pacific Rim. I even enjoyed Pacific Rim 2. I don't like it when they go from film to TV show. I feel like that's where it goes to die. I have to reserve my judgment until I see who the cast is, and even then, probably won't catch it unless the reviews are incredible. Because again,
but to be fair,
Pacific Rim,
you do have a backlog.
I do have quite the backlog. But again, like the reviews have to be stellar. They have to be stellar for it to even be added to the list because I just don't have that kind of time for mediocre bullshit. So if it's mediocre bullshit, gang, I will not be seeing it. I'll just watch the Rim all over again.
Although I have heard the Monarch show is quite good, so maybe not every single movie to TV show goes to die, but I've never seen either movie, so I don't care. Anyway, and we already got to Henry Cavill's Highlander.
The first one is so good. It's amazing.
I know, it's got Idris Elba and shit. But speaking of the Monarch and the Monsterverse, Jurassic Park star Sam Neill is set to star in Godzilla X Kong 3.
Yeah, buddy. Sweet.
Thoughts?
I hope he comes in riding a T-Rex, because let's just combine all the things.
Honestly, that would be pretty awesome, and I can see them doing that.
Right? Why not?
I'm stoked for this.
There are no rules.
Hopefully Dan Stevens comes back, because Dan Stevens was fucking awesome in Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah, he was pretty unhinged. It was great.
It was great. Like, just fucking... Speaking of Reed Richards, Dan Stevens would do it amazingly, by the way.
And I agree.
Just saying. Next, Mikey Madison apparently passed on Sean Levy's Star Wars movie with Ryan Gosling. Thoughts?
I mean, I would never pass on anything related to Ryan Gosling. So that's a choice. And okay.
Well, I think Mikey Madison is pretty base for that. Let's just get something perfectly clear. She wasn't embarrassed to do nude scenes, but she was embarrassed to be part of Disney Star Wars. So that's saying something.
Okay.
You know, based on her part. But next thing, oh, look, John Bernthal related. Apparently, John Bernthal and Tom Holland read lines together while they were auditioning for their Marvel roles.
That's just fucking adorable.
He read with me for Punisher, and I read with him for Spider-Man, and we both got cast.
Cute as shit.
Thoughts? Outside
That's
of
so
cuteness?
cute. It's so
But,
cute.
like,
I love it.
do you think we're gonna fucking get that in the future, maybe?
Here's hoping. Well, and we're gonna talk about this down the line, but yeah, there is a possibility that the worlds will collide. There's a very, very, very slim, narrow possibility.
Okay.
But it's possible.
Okay. Next up, Shogun, Hacks, Baby Reindeer, Ripley among Peabody Awards 2025 entertainment nominees. Thoughts?
Good for them. I've heard nothing but good things about all of those productions. They're all on my list. Baby Reindeer is probably the first one that I'm going to get to, but good for them. And congratulations to all of the nominees.
I still need to watch Shogun.
I have to watch that too. I've not watched any of these. So
next up, apparently the original Star Wars cut George Lucas didn't want you to see will screen in London. So apparently, the original theatrical cut of Star Wars is going to be re-released in London. Thoughts?
I don't live in London, so enjoy.
If you did, would you see it?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. I would too. That's when Star Wars was good. Anyway, Jennifer Lopez and Robert Zemeckis team on Netflix adaptation of The Last Mrs. Parrish. Thoughts?
Good for JLo. She seems to be doing a lot of things with Netflix. And that's all I can really say. It's a lot of things. Hopefully it's good. I know nothing about The Last Mrs. Parrish, so best of wishes to them both.
I don't know anything about Mrs. Parrish. Zemeckis seems like a has-been because his last 5 movies have tanked. And Jennifer Lopez is honestly kind of a bitch. So
well, and her last 5 movies on Netflix is tanked too. So
yeah.
Good luck.
So apparently we're getting, speaking of streaming services, TV shows, we're getting a Clueless series starring Alicia Silverstone in the works at Peacock. Thoughts?
I met her and it was weird. So I mean, it's good that she's out doing things. I feel like she could be doing other things, but okay, if this is what people want to pay her to do, get that money, girl. Go ahead.
Curious that they're revisiting this because she did end up with her 25-year-old stepbrother as a 17-year-old by the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. So I'm really curious how they're gonna do that.
And will Paul Rudd come back for that role?
I think Paul Rudd might be coming back, actually.
I mean, he pretty much says yes to anything anybody asks him to because he's just a nice guy and he doesn't like to say no. So
and
great.
It works. Both,
and I've met him as well. Also lovely.
And considering that both Silverstone and Rudd have not aged since Clueless, it makes sense.
She still looks good, y'all.
She looks amazing.
She looks real good.
Absolutely amazing. So good for the both of them for
hooray.
Bathing in baby skin. I don't know.
I mean, I just hope they don't bring Stacey Dash back because girlfriend done lost her mind, gang. But anyway, good for them.
But Pete Davidson to co-star opposite Nicholas Hoult in How to Rob a Bank for David Leitch and Amazon MGM Studios. Thoughts?
Awesome. I'm liking Pete Davidson a lot more lately. I think he's getting comfortable with acting now. Again, he was great in Riff Raff. And I love Nicholas Hoult. I feel like this is going to be a fun team up. It'll be humorous at the very least. So yeah, and I love me a heisty film. So yay.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, and How to Rob a Bank sounds like a bank job. Anyway, next up we have apparently with season 4, Jason Sudeikis is reportedly planning a 3-season women's team story. Thoughts? Because that's kind of what the spinoff was going to be about.
Yeah,
right?
This is news to literally no one. That's how the 3rd season ended. or series, depending on what side of the pond you're on. That's how the third series ended. We knew they were starting all women's team. So go Richmond.
Yeah. But yeah, it just seems like it went from being a spinoff without him to now including him. So cool. Anyway.
Yep.
Speaking of, but going from good TV shows to terrible TV shows, Emily in Paris, one main cast member not returning as season 5 sets start of production. Thoughts?
Never saw it. I have heard good things about it. Too bad, so sad.
I don't care because Emily in Paris is literally about a Karen who refuses to learn French culture living in Paris. So cool. Fuck this show.
Yeah, the French don't like that.
Apparently your boy Glenn Powell and Judd Apatow are teaming on a comedy at Universal.
Sounds good to me. I'll see it.
I'd see it for Glenn Powell, not Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow kind of sucks, but like, you know.
First of all, he's a lovely man.
I'm sure he is, but he makes terrible comedies. Anyway.
I disagree.
Grey's Anatomy, because this shit's still relevant, casts Piper Perabo in recurring role. Do you care?
I don't watch the show. I've never watched the show, but from what I know of the show, she'll fit in perfectly. That's a perfect casting as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Regardless of who she plays.
But we're going from Clueless to Clue. Apparently, there was going to be a Clue TV series that was going to be animated, and now it's no longer happening. Thoughts?
I mean, when I heard animated, I was like, that's weird. But if it was animated like along the lines of like Creature Commandos or something, that would be kind of cool. So none of that matters because it's not happening.
Yeah, but considering that Tim Story was going to be an executive producer, maybe that's for the best. He's the guy who wrote and directed the shitty Fantastic Four movies. Go figure. Anyway, next up, we have Severance sees over 6.4 billion streaming minutes across season 2, according to Nielsen. Thoughts?
It's on my list. I've heard nothing but good things. Everybody seems to really enjoy the show. This is no surprise to me at all. Good for them.
Yeah. But that's about it for quick hits, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta turn off the music.
It'll always be
scroll through a million things. There it is.
It'll always be playing in my head.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But but we're not quite done with the show yet, guys. We are ending the news segment though. So, thanks for watching the news portion of the show. But we are going to be moving on to bigger and better things. And one of the bigger and better things is in fact talking about possible bulge things, maybe to the happiness of Liz and Dan. Well, of course, Dan is the obvious one.
Don't disclude Dan in bulge conversation.
But we are going to be talking about The Accountant 2, guys. Very, very exciting. All three of us, but Dan couldn't.
We all saw it the same day.
Saw it early.
Like rabid fans that we are.
Even though it is coming out on the 25th, we
all
managed to get an early screening for the film. There was an early on tax day, which I'm sure wasn't an accident. I'm sure they fucking did that on purpose. But a simple, fun double dose of bulge action. So, Liz, ladies first, what were your thoughts on The Accountant 2? And since we all saw it early, no spoilers, please. No spoilers.
You know, I prefer spoiler free. So I feel, and this is just back to our previous conversation when I had a couple of concerns. I do feel that Ben played up the tism a little more this time around, but also he did more things. He talked a lot more this time around. The first time he was just very reserved and only, spoke when spoken to. Whereas this one, there's a lot more going on, completely different plot, which I loved. almost nothing like the first one, which was really great. And we got so much of John Bernthal, so very much of John Bernthal, so much more than you'd think we'd get of John Bernthal. For some reason, they chose to keep him in his boxer briefs for 50% of the time. And are Dan and I upset about it? No, we are not.
Nope, I'm
No.
not upset.
No, we are
Like,
not.
hello there.
No,
I don't
we are
mind
not.
seeing that at all. Like, the man was literally in his boxer briefs talking about how much he wants a dog, a corgi, no less.
Yes.
That was like, it's Bulges and talking about corgis.
And holding a gun with a built-in scope and oh my God.
I'm surprised Dan didn't just jizz in his pants immediately, because
I
like
mean,
corgis and Bulges, the man was very happy.
All I can say is I can't wait to see The Accountant 2 again when it comes
Yeah.
back, when it finally does release in theaters.
Although
It
dad,
was enjoyable. There was a lot of action. It was action-packed this time around. John Bernthal fucks up a lot of shit, which is great.
yeah. And this is the poster I got.
I got that poster too. Yay!
Yeah, we got the poster. Hold on. You talk for a sec. I'm gonna go get my poster. So
Okay, go get your poster. Yeah. So again, it's a completely different storyline, which I really, really liked, because even though it's characters that you're familiar with, this is now how they handle a different situation and a different scenario. And this is why Ben's character is the accountant, because he does deep dives no matter what the situation, no matter the circumstance. He can trace your shit. He can figure things out just by following the money. So again, it was action packed. I was not bored a minute. There was a very interesting plot twist, like halfway through, you're like, oh, hot damn. Because in the beginning, you're kind of like, how do all of these things connect? Because again, we're not the accountants, so we don't figure it out. But when they give you the big reveal, you're like, oh shit. So it was good, man. Again, John Bernthal in his boxer briefs with guns. Lots and lots of guns, punching people, cursing at people. He got a little teary-eyed at one moment when he was having a little chitty chat with his brother Ben there. I mean, we waited years for this, gang. We've known Accountant 2 was in the works. We knew it was coming, and it did not disappoint. I will tell you what. I will say, if you are going to go see it in the theaters, there is supposedly an end credit scene that will lead you to believe an Accountant 3 is coming. However, I think because we saw it in the special preview screening, we did not get that end credit scene. But again, I'm seeing it more than once, because
I mean, I need to see it with my dad, because he really wanted to see it, and he wasn't available for the early access screening, so I'm going to be seeing it again. But I do have a poster now. I'm going to put this right next to my Joker Folie à Deux poster. Yay.
You should maybe put it over your Joker Folie à Deux poster.
No, it's a good poster.
Yeah, I didn't get one for the wall. Maybe I should get one for the wall here. But
yeah, I thought
possibly replace. Yeah, it was great. Oh, Hosea, please go see the first one. The first one is so awesome. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's very original. It's very surprising.
Yes.
You're gonna love the end. Just like this one, it's so good. It's so good.
But Hosea, you were also asking, is there no Superman trailer coming on Superman Day that blows? We don't know yet. It could be James Gunn just being a teasy little bitch, but it could also be true. So we don't know about that. But I'm gonna give my review real quick. I thought this was great. Now, I don't know if this happened to anybody else who saw the early access screening, but some of the sound was a little weird. Like some of the sound effects and the music paced the dialogue. Like half the time I couldn't hear the dialogue.
Oh, well, and also Dan and John surprisingly missed this, but also Dan got to the movie 15 minutes in or something. So the very beginning, there's a fight scene, there's an action scene, there's some violence. All the blood was CGI, which was really weird. Like someone got a headshot and it was very clearly CGI. So if you guys see it in the theater, let me know if you catch that, because I was sitting there and I'm like, that's a choice. All right. It was very evident to me. But again, that was just something that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I fine. But hey, if that's the way things are going, if to make sets safer with to make sure they
They
had no
used
live
real guns because
ammunition
they
or
had.
listen,
If
I
you
don't
notice
know.
the
Yeah.
because here's the thing, Death of a Unicorn did this. I saw it and I was like, that's clearly a CGI muzzle flash. Like it's essentially going like this with a fake gun,
Right.
and then like they put like a little explosion over that of a muzzle flash. So yes, there was that. But they didn't do that here. Like it was clearly real gunfire being used on the set, unless the CGI was that good, but I don't think so. So they used like real
not if the
guns.
blood was anything to go by. Absolutely not.
But yeah, I thought all of the performances were really good. Yeah, I think Ben Affleck did play it up a little bit more.
A little
But
bit.
the fact he was being more social and had some people to bounce off of, that made sense.
Right. And that's what I was saying about that
exactly.
too. Yeah. Where he had much more dialogue this time around.
But I think, John Bernthal is always great. You have Daredevil and the Punisher going after
John
bad
Bernthal's
guys.
pretty much the same character in everything he does, and I have no problem with that.
One trick pony, yeah, but he's great, so it's fine.
Yep. Keep doing it, baby.
But he's the both of them are great. J.K. Simmons for his 2 seconds of screen time was great. It's revealed he dies in the trailer, so don't get on me for that. And then I forget who plays the FBI agent. I forget her name. But she was really good as well. And what I loved about this movie is there's so many like human quirks to the characters. Like there's so many things like in a lot of like lesser movies where they don't add these in, and you have like bland characters. Here it's like like for instance, when the FBI agent like walks in to into her office, she's like testing chairs, and she's like kind of feeling it around. She's like spinning a little bit. She's like, what? And it's just like, and then she goes to the next one and she kind of feels that one. And I'm like, this didn't need to be here, but like it still works. And I really, and there's like little touches like that prevent this.
Well, yeah, it's Accountant is very much to me almost along the same lines of like Die Hard, where it's like an everyday Joe, like every man, like they're just normal people, but they also are like really good assassins. So like
we don't
like so
we're not doing spoilers, Dan. You don't have to.
Dan, what the hell? Anyway, but
spoilers.
But anyway, and I'm sorry. So her name is, I just had it, Cynthia Adai Robinson, plays Agent Mary Beth Medina. But
Mary Beth Medina.
Real good. Real good.
Did I say Medina? Anyway. But I the action was very well done here. Gavin O'Connor knows how to shoot it, and he did a great job here. Would have been amazing to see his Suicide Squad movie, but alas, it was not meant to be.
And Hosea says she wants to see Frank Grillo and John Bernthal in something together. You and me both. You and me both, please. Yes, please.
I mean, to be fair, have you seen them in the same room together? Maybe they're the same guy. Anyway, but I do think this had so much going for it. I do like the first one, like a tad. Fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, because I think again, the first one was like such a surprise because you kind of go in thinking one thing because you're okay, it's like some shoot 'em up movie, it's going to be some action, and also when's the last time you've had a film basically around a character with autism? So I mean, I just can't wait for Accountant 3. That's all I'm saying. Bring it on, baby.
Fuck the people that keep giving Sinners bad scores because it went down from 100 to now 97. Fuck all y'all for getting rotten scores to Sinners. Fuck
It's because they're hating. They're hating on all the missiles because they ain't got them.
But I like, and I also loved John Bernthal at points reminded me of Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11, where he's like constantly eating or drinking something.
Yes,
like,
100%.
Like has a lollipop, like, or another point he was like just eating like peanut butter. I think he just had like a spoon in his mouth or something.
Yep,
and then he's
ice cream.
Beer. He's doing this. He's doing that. Like I fucking love that, and
he's kind of like that in Daredevil too. Like he's always making coffee, and he's always
Yeah, like kind of a falling down, like more like character driven. And Gavin O'Connor is a very underrated director. I mean, I love the both Accountant movies. Miracle is another one that he did that I love. But yeah, this I think this deserves all the love it gets. I think, it was very well paced. It was 2 hours. It didn't feel
Yes.
like that. I
Yes.
love, like, I honestly I know this is gonna sound really dumb, but like
No,
I
it's not.
love the scene where, like, at the neurodivergent place,
Yep.
where they had like the kids helping out with like the investigation, and I really like that because it showed like neurodivergent, not only like people but like kids. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's like fucked
Well,
up illegal shit,
well,
but
it is
like,
it is kind of a spoiler what you're sharing right now, but yeah,
well,
especially for people that haven't seen the first film. But okay.
but even then, I think it was like, especially with autistic people getting fucking shot in the street for no reason, it was
Yeah.
nice to like see like that positive impact. Like, I'll just leave it
Well,
at that.
and again, I saw it with my best friend who is the director of a special needs program. She's worked in the special needs teaching field for over 30 years, and that's why she loved the first one.
Hello, Hunter.
Because they show people with special needs in a really positive light, and showing that they're capable of more than society pretty much believes that they are. So yeah, so it was really special to get to see this second one with her as well. So I love it. I love these movies. Looking forward to the third one. Can't wait to see him. Can't wait to see more of Johnny and Ben doing the damn thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, enterprising. Don't tell us nothing other than whether or not it was good, which we know it is.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, but yeah, we both of us highly recommend The Accountant 2. So when it comes
Dan
out
as well.
in
Dan.
8 days, well, Dan, let us know your thoughts. Quick thing in the banner, your thoughts on The Accountant 2. And when it comes out in 8 days, a little bit more than a week for you guys, please go see it. Go see Sinners. We're gonna be talking about that a little bit later.
Whoop, whoop.
But yeah, like, great stuff.
Great.
Okay. Hilarious.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was
Let's
kind of
just-
funny. Like, it did have funny
Let's
moments.
just settle down.
But I think, yeah, it's definitely.
Double
I don't know if
dose
it's
of
like.
bulge action. You are.
I
not
mean, it's
wrong.
not my favorite movie of the year, but it's definitely like maybe like.
It's
top
one
10.
that I've been looking forward to for quite some time though. So
Yeah.
and it did not disappoint in that regard.
And I hope
Again,
we get a third
looking
movie
forward to seeing it
soon.
again.
I
Yeah.
hope we get it soon rather than another fucking 8 years.
Ooh,
till he's
Enterprise and
90.
Sinners is a treat. I can't wait.
Well, I mean, treat. Yeah, of course. Mike Gooby Jordan
You
and
know
Harold
it's a
Steinfeld
treat.
are right there.
Two of them. Anyway, let's move along. Let's move along.
But anyway, so Accountant 2, great stuff. Love to see it. But that, we're done talking about that. Now we have to move on to something. Speaking of Daredevil kicking ass and Punisher kicking ass
And John Bernthal.
Daredevil Born Again. Liz, I'm gonna hand this one to you since I don't watch the show, so have fun.
It's over. That's the wrap on season 1, Daredevil Born Again. Again, if you haven't been watching it, hopefully you've been keeping up with my reviews so you're up to speed, because I am going to spoil the absolute shit out of it because some people refuse to see it, which again, I understand. This season was a fucking mess. It was all over the place. It was like a weird fever dream from episode to episode. Nothing was consistent aside from the characters and the storyline. But gang, John Bernthal did the damn thing. Frank Castle, Punisher, came in and fucked a lot of people up. Nobody puts Frank in the corner. So when we last left off, Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, jumped in front of Mayor Fisk, aka Kingpin, as he was about to be unalived by Mr. Poindexter, who escaped from prison. Okay. Now, we find out Mayor Fisk's wife, Vanessa, was actually the person that hired Mr. Poindexter to kill Foggy Nelson in the very beginning, but we never knew why. Come to find out, Mayor Fisk has been working diligently ever since becoming the mayor of New York to secure some project in the Red Hook district. was trying to bring some gambling to the shore, trying to bring some high-end hotels, trying to be like some country's current president, for example. But he kept getting into all this bureaucratic red tape and all this bullshit. So he had to put on his kingpin vibe and do some dirty things and get some people in his pocket and make this thing happen. Well, come to find out, Foggy Nelson had been representing somebody that had something happen in Red Hook. And somehow it kind of put the project that the Fisks were trying to put together in jeopardy and caused issues with that. So that's why she wanted to take out not only Foggy's client, but Foggy himself, because they were trying to bury the fact that they were doing some dirty shit in order to procure this development project in Red Hook. So we find all of that out. Okay, great. Mayor Fisk, again, having his life being saved by Daredevil. We find Matt Murdock is in the hospital recovering from his injury, from his gunshot wound. His girlfriend, Heather, whose names I always forget, so sorry, again, as we know, was the counselor for the Fisks during their rough, turbulent time with their marriage. Were they going to stay together? Weren't they? Developed a nice relationship with the mayor. The mayor, of course, loves her because she helped save their marriage. She's feeling some kind of way about our boy Matt Murdock because she knows he's being shady because he hasn't yet revealed to her that he is in fact Daredevil. And as we know, she went through some traumatic shit when Muse tried to kill her and then unalive himself. I'm sorry, I said the word kill. Anyway, please don't demonetize us. So she's kind of being really cold to our boy Matt. Who cares? Karen's back. Karen found out that he got shot, hopped on a plane, made it out to NYC. So goodbye, Heather. Fuck right off. You were boring anyway. Now Karen is back in the picture. All right. So as the vigilante task force that Mayor Fisk put into play to take out vigilantes and basically just be crooked cops, but like in the daylight, you can hear me. Oh, there we go. Have continued to go on just doing bad shit. They all have this obsession with the Punisher and have gotten his image tattooed on themselves, have the skull on all of their bulletproof vests, and they're likening themselves to the Punisher. They think he's their god. And of course, Frank Castle, not a fan of that shit because y'all are missing the point. So he comes out of hiding after Matt gets shot. They team up. The vigilante squad comes to Matt's house. Okay, hold on, back up. Fisk sends his little crony, I believe his name is Jonathan, and he says, hey, why don't you go unalive Matt Murdock while he's recovering in the hospital and we'll make it look like he died from his injuries. And Jonathan's like, why would you do that? He saved your life. And Fisk was like, because he's more valuable as a martyr than as a vigilante a-hole on the streets that I owe a debt to. So let's just go ahead and clip that problem. So Matt figures that out, that Jonathan's coming to kill him, unalive him. So he dips, finds Punisher at his house. Punisher's like, yo, pretty sure that the vigilante task force is coming for your ass. And Matt Murdock's like, yeah, but he's probably coming for you too. And he's like, well, then I guess we should do something about it. So sure enough, the crooked cops show up. Lots of horrible, horrible things ensue, mainly because the Punisher just doesn't give a fuck and he goes around killing a whole bunch of people. And Daredevil, aka Matt Murdock, is like, yo, could you like not kill them though? And he's like, that's not my thing, dude. That's not how I do this. And during that tussle, they figure out which crooked cop killed White Tiger and go ahead and unalive that guy too. And then as they're trying to escape because more shitty vigilante task force crooked cops are coming for them, they end up getting separated. Punisher gets essentially kidnapped by the vigilante cops. And at one point they all kind of like line up and like worship him and fangirl over him and are like, we love you. You should like join our squad and become a part of our team. And he's like, motherfucker, how many times do I have to tell you? Stop using my name for your bullshit. Stop putting my skull stuff on your bullshit. You guys don't fucking get it. Y'all can go to hell. So then he fucks up some more guys. And then he ultimately gets kidnapped again and captured. He gets shot like a lot, but is still alive. So that's something. Meanwhile, Matt is teaming up with Karen to try to figure out what happened with Foggy, how the Fisks are involved. They figure all of that out. Okay, great. Fisk, again, because he's pretty much back into like full kingpin mode at this point, says to his press secretary or some lady, public relations lady, yo, I need you to round up everybody that's like not cool with what I've been doing lately and tell them to like peace right the fuck out. So she does that, but she's also like really nervous because she's never really been on board with what he's got going on. So the police commissioner comes to her and is like, yo, we should join forces and like share information behind the scenes and team up and like work together to try and defeat this guy because he's doing nasty shit. Well, again, she's a little scared for her situation because she knows what Mayor Fisk, aka Kingpin, is capable of. So she goes and rats out the police commissioner. Not cool, man. Not cool. So what does Fisk do? Because now he thinks he's untouchable. He grabs the commissioner, puts him in front of some other vigilante task force people, aka crooked cops, and is like, yo, guess what? You're not with the program anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and unalive you. So he crushes his melon with his bare hands in front of his former employees. So that was cool. Then I'm trying to think of what else happens in all. I mean, it's a lot. We understand what's going on with Foggy. We get that information. Now Matt Murdock is trying to figure out how do I connect this back to the Fisks because the Red Hook plans are going through. Again, Fisk is just going buck wild around the city because he's got his vigilante squad behind him. So if you all remember from my last 2 or 3 reviews ago, we found out that Fisk was holding Vanessa's former lover, Adam, I think, in like a dungeon, and he would go and have dinner outside the guy's cell and just like listen to him cry and apologize and make promises to never speak to Vanessa again. And he's just enjoying his cavatappi and steak. I don't know. Well, he's turned that dungeon with the one cell into like a full-fledged dungeon. So at the end of the episode, we see the Fisks walking to their dining table in this dungeon, walking past like 20 different cells of all of his various enemies and people that have been standing in his way of doing his mayoral shit. And guess who's in the very last cell, gang? It's our boy Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. And he's in chains and there we go. And he looks kind of defeated a little bit, but they're all excited because look, we got the Punisher in our cage. Why they're keeping people in cages rather than just unaliving them, I don't know. But they go and enjoy a lovely steak dinner. And that's pretty much the end. Until you get to the end credit scene when Frank, brilliant man that he is, talks to some dodo guard who, again, is still obsessed with him because he's the Punisher and is like, hey, kid, what's your name? Where are you from? We should be pals. Don't get too close to this cage. Oh, no, you got too close to this cage. Now I'm going to have to unalive your ass. So we know Punisher gets out of there. We know Punisher is going to go back and find Matt Murdock, find Daredevil, team up with him. Now Karen is back. So that's where we're left off because nobody puts Frank in a corner. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but I definitely did. But I hope you understood what I was saying. So yeah, a lot of shit happens. A lot of shit happens in this one. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of unaliving. There's a lot of Frank Castle Punisher being all like, fuck you guys. I'm just going to unalive all you motherfuckers. And that's pretty great. So I've seen John Bernthal 3 times in a week, and I'm not mad about it, gang, because he was also in The Amateur with Remy Malek. So yay.
For a total of like 5 seconds.
And it was all great every time. So yeah. So yeah, again, Daredevil, just to wrap up the season, like I said, it was a fever dream as every episode was so different, so inconsistent, so all over the place. As one of my friends said, it was one of the worst films, one of the worst shows he's ever watched in his life. And I don't disagree, but at the same time, like I followed all of it and I was still happy with the stuff that we did get. Daredevil wasn't as Matt Murdock's character wasn't as interesting or exciting to me. He was kind of like emo the whole fucking season, which I'm not a
Emo.
fan of.
We got emo Peter. Now we have emo Matt.
Yeah, he was definitely like, I'm so conflicted and I don't know what to do, but I need to be righteous and do the right thing. And it's like, bro, okay, just like fucking own that you're Daredevil and let's get going with our lives. But again, the little bit of John Bernthal we got throughout the season, more than enough for me, gang, because he done did the damn thing in this last episode. So I hope you guys, if you like it at all, check it out. Again, I understand what people's criticisms of the show are at this point, but I still like the characters. I still like the direction that it went into. I'm still looking forward to season 2. Hopefully they
They're
fix the
filming it right
issues.
now.
Yeah, and hopefully they fix the issues that they had in season 2. Again, there was the question that maybe Foggy had faked his death. That's not looking like it, but you never know. It could be some big reveal in season 2. We'll see what happens. Lord knows I would love to have that actor back. I do love him. But like I said, Karen is back, and hopefully we'll have more of her in season 2 as well. And also there has, and I knew we were going to get to it, so I'm just going to bring it up now, John. There was speculation that hopefully somehow Spider-Man 4 or Daredevil would cross paths in some way, since we have had Matt Murdock in the previous Spider-Man films. They do make reference to Spider-Man in this season of Daredevil. But Vincent D'Onofrio has said his character only works in television. It wouldn't work for whatever screen adaptations they would try to come up with. So maybe we'll see Tom Holland show up in Daredevil season 2. Maybe we'll see Matt Murdock Daredevil show up in the next Spider-Man film. Who can say? But it would make sense. They are in the same timeline. They are in the same universe. It would make sense that at some point their paths will cross again. We just don't know when. We just don't know in what capacity. So stay tuned for that. Again, I apologize. I know that was real rambly, but
that's fine. The whole show was rambly, it sounds like.
The whole show was rambly as fuck, that's for sure.
So if you had to give a rating for the entirety of season 1, what would you give it?
Oh, that's hard. Again, also because I'm more of a fan than all of y'all. I still do love them. I still do have a special place in my heart for them. Overall, maybe a 6. Maybe
that's the vibe
6.
I was getting.
Yeah, we'll say 6 because, and you know what? But I've also been watching week to week, where I wonder if I would feel differently if I binged it from start to finish.
I'll let you know.
Hey, there you are. But like I said,
I need to
a
catch
friend,
up on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but like I said, a friend of mine who is very into, he watches everything Marvel. He has been pretty much miserable with this season right from Jump Street. So, I understand.
That's what it was originally
criticisms.
intended.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be an 18 episode season, and then it got split, and then it was going to be split into 2 halves of one season. But then they're like, no, let's just split it let's just split it into 2 seasons. So that might be the case there.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, we'll see if Brand New Day resolves anything. But to anybody excited, maybe Daredevil Born Again season 2, spring of 2026 premiere. So
yeah, that's
expect it around the same time next year. So
I would also like to mention that Michael Gandolfini has been in this season the whole time. I haven't really talked about him much at all. He is doing such big things. He was just in the film Warfare. I'm just really, really excited for that actor, because he not only is he in a lot of things, but he's in a broad range of things. He doesn't seem to be kind of pigeonholed like his father was to his roles. So good for him. It's really nice to see him, even though he is a worshiper of Fisk. And he thinks Fisk is the greatest thing since sliced bread. So he's going to be doing some real dirty shit for him next season. But hey, good for you, Mike. Good to see you.
Well, yeah, I do watch Invincible, so I just need to catch up on it because it's been a while. But I know my friend hated season 2, so that's why I've been kind of iffy on it. But I've heard season 3 is good so far. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully they resolve some stuff in Spider-Man 4, and we also get this cute little set image of season 2. So hopefully season 2 is better than season 1. But yeah, it pretty much confirmed everything in regards to this wasn't going to be as good as the Netflix show, and that motherfucking creator shouldn't have run his mouth, because guess what was better? The Penguin motherfucker. So eat a dick with that navel gazing shit. Anyway, but that is about it for MCU Weekly. We are gonna be, pivoting to the creme de la creme, of course. We are gonna be talking about DCU Daily, and we're gonna be getting into some more Supergirl stuff, because that's what seems to be the case here. A lot of Supergirl stuff, but also getting prepped for Superman Day tomorrow. In addition to some Lantern stuff, so we will get into that real quick. But thanks for watching this side, and moving on. DCU Daily, guys. Hello there. Hi. God, I'm so fucking slow right now. I greatly apologize. But I have 400 fucking tabs open. But oh wait, I chose the wrong one. Anyway, hi, John. Nice to see you. Liz, how are you doing today?
Hello, everyone.
I don't know why we reintroduced for DC Daily, but Dan likes it. Anyway.
Yeah, it's something Dan enjoys. Let him have it.
It's fine. But first things first, we talk about Lanterns. So apparently Lanterns wrapped filming on March 30th. Then, got Kyle Chandler and your boy Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart, and set to premiere sometime in 2026. But yeah, apparently Lanterns is done filming, which means that it started filming in February and then ended in March, which is a little hard to believe, but to be fair, television is quick and there's only 8 episodes to film. So, and they could also, do you reshoot a TV show? I assume you can. I mean, it's more cinematic anyway.
Yeah,
finish filming the pilot.
Sometimes they have to.
But I'm okay. That makes more sense. I missed the pilot part. I'm dumb, guys. It's okay. I'm just trying to make sure my fucking computer doesn't fucking explode. So
I mean, that would be exciting.
Yes. But yeah, it's I mean, I'm still on the fence in regards to this show. I really want to like it. I'm excited for a number of things, but I'm also really, iffy on some others. So yeah, but cool. Great. Congrats, guys. You finished filming the pilot. If that's just the pilot, then woof. Anyway, but let's hope that it's a little bit faster for the rest of the series. But moving on to some Lobo and Supergirl talk. Well, apparently, we got a little bit more from your boy Unbox PhD, who has been a godsend for these set leaks, but we got a little bit more. It's mainly that big fucking set that we've gotten in regards to the spaceship that a lot of people have been talking about. But yeah, it looks like, I don't think they're filming anything. It seems like they're prepping for something on this thing. A lot of CGI and a lot of blue screen and a lot of that. So yeah, as someone who doesn't know a lot about Supergirl, Liz, are you excited for this, or are you kind of
I don't know that excited's the word. Again, you know me, I need to see a trailer first. This set looks very Star Warsy to me. But I knew right away it was like a ship of some type. So cool. I mean, yeah, I don't know fuck all really about Supergirl, so I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to Lobo. I'm looking forward to learning about all of these characters that I'm very unfamiliar with. So yeah, hooray.
Yeah, it looks good. Cool. Anyway, let's close out of this stuff. But apparently, a Facebook user admits the viral Jason Momoa Lobo set photos were generated through ChatGPT.
I was gonna say thank God, because it looks like shit.
I will say, I mean, I liked the look. I thought it, and you could tell, but after, you could kind of tell.
That's the Crow 10. That's what that looks like.
The blurriness of it. and the second photo, like this one being like so far away,
Yeah.
and like him not looking like Lobo,
Yeah.
like, or at least not looking like Jason Momoa. But I will say it's a good looking image. I
No.
will say
Nope.
it's
Looks like shit.
I mean it looks like Lobo. So it's just like he's a little bit more covered. That's all. But I mean it worked. Like it's a decent, like I know
Well,
AI is terrible and AI
Well,
art's
but
terrible.
we also knew that this was AI because like last week or possibly the week before, Jason Momoa was in an interview with Jack Black on for Minecraft talking about Lobo, and Jack was like, "Oh, I'm so excited," and Jason was like, "Oh, I actually have a picture of myself in the full makeup and da da da. You want to see it?" And then somebody off camera was like, "Shut the fuck up, Jason. Do not open your phone. Do not show anyone pictures of that shit. You need to sit down and
Well,
talk
that's
about
not
Minecraft." So I'm just, no, but I'm just saying. So the fact, like, so we know that they are not at a point where they want to release any type
well,
of
it's
images
well, I
or.
mean, if stuff gets leaked from the set, like
Well,
they
sure,
can't
yeah,
stop
but
that, you know. But yeah, I mean, even with an AI image, it doesn't look half bad, and I wouldn't have
nah, it
minded
looks
if
like shit.
Lobo looked like this in the movie because it's pretty
No.
much the character. It's just he does. I prefer, and I even said this when we were talking about this. I prefer the vest, but still looks okay to me. But cool that it's fake. But it sucks that people have to, talk about this misinformation because people are assholes.
They sure are.
Yay. Thanks, guys. So yeah, so thank God, confirmed as fake. I didn't think it looked too bad, but that's just me. But I mean, Jason Momoa said it's going to be comic accurate. He said it's going to be really great. He is excited about this. I mean, he's a big Lobo fan. He thought he was going to play Lobo in BVS, and then he's like, "No, you're playing Aquaman," and he's like, why?" And so
But he didn't
it's
say no, did he? Didn't say no.
Hey, he's like, "I'll take the fucking DC Comics money." Like, hello. Um, so apparently what happened was the truth behind the Jason Momoa Lobo on set. Well, it was me. I uploaded the image to this group in the main page of DC Latin America, didn't validate it, and they uploaded it. Ha ha ha. And well, many media outlets have already talked about it, proof at the end of the post. So yeah. I think he like managed to upload it as a joke, and then it just spread like wildfire. So whoopsie daisies. Thanks for that, dickhead. But yeah, but moving on to other things, we were talking about Peabody stuff earlier, and the first thing is, Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, great documentary that came out a couple months ago. It came out initially in September for a limited run, but then it decided they're like, fuck it, let's extend the run. And then it went worldwide and it's great.
Yeah.
So it's being nominated for a Peabody Award for this documentary, and the production company behind it said, "Just when we thought it was over, our Superman film has been nominated for a prestigious Peabody Award. We are very happy to be nominated, especially alongside such a fantastic crop of documentaries. The Peabodys are super, pun intended, special to us as they represent stories that matter, media narratives that defend public interest and encourage empathy, which deeply aligns with the ethos of our film and that of the entire Reeve family. It's an honor to receive this recognition from such an important organization, and we can't wait to celebrate all of the amazing nominees at the ceremony. Viva la Superman." What are your thoughts on this, Liz? I forget. Did you see Superman?
I sure did. I cried for 2 hours straight. I sure did.
But
yeah, well
thoughts?
deserved. I hope it wins. Very well deserved. It's something that I think everybody should see. It's a nice and I just love Christopher Reeve. So R.I.P. Yeah. Check it out. You're muted.
I'm blowing my nose, guys. I'm trying to like save you
Well,
from,
we appreciate that. You're all good.
all right. I'm
We
trying my
appreciate
best. But this is great to see. And moving on to the next thing, Shaq, who was in that cute little ad like a month or so ago, but he was talking about Superman. I mean, he's been a fan since, like, I'm pretty sure before the movie came out. but I mean, he's a huge Superman fan. That's why he took the part as Steel, because Steel is originally connected to Superman. Although the movie isn't, they made him not that at all. But yeah, I don't know. This is just really cool, and Shaq just being awesome, wholesome guy. So he's just talking about his memories on watching the first Superman. Yeah, he was a man of steel. Can't throw free throws to save his life, but he is a man of steel.
He's got the S tattoo. He's got the S on a chain. He's all diamond out, all studded out. He's a big fan of Superman.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I love that little commercial that he did with James Gunn and David Cornsweet. Oh, Shaq, come on! I didn't even talk about the cameo I offered Barkley. Fuck Barkley. That was great. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, Shaq being awesome. What more do you need? But this was Rachel Brosnahan moving on to another thing. Rachel Brosnahan talking about being a part of the cast and being part of Superman. So apparently this is her getting cast in the role. I was in a bathroom at, I don't know how to pronounce that, in Soho. My phone rang and it said James Gunn. I don't know why he's listed, but he's listed. And I was praying that the toilet didn't flush behind me, but I didn't want to miss the call. Somewhere in my brain, I felt like if I missed the call that I wouldn't get the job. So I picked up the phone. He said, "How'd you like to be the next Lois Lane?" I was very excited and then immediately nervous. I had big shoes to fill. What are your thoughts on this? Very cute little story, which is the polar opposite of what happened with Henry Cavill, because he almost missed the call because he was playing World of Warcraft at the time.
Yeah. No, it made me laugh reading that tonight, because I actually had a very similar situation at my job today where someone was calling me and I was in the bathroom.
Taking a dumper?
I wasn't dumping. Thank you very much. I don't think she specified that she was either. Us ladies don't do that. But yeah, it happens. We get a call at an inconvenient time. Do we choose to answer it? Do we choose to not? And I think if she did flush in the background, it would just show them how important that call was to her, and that she had to pick it up right then and there.
You know what? Considering who James Gunn is, I think he would have gotten a kick out of it. He would have fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I hope that they're revealing tomorrow and James Gunn is just being a little coy little fuck. So, I hope we're not getting it for a while because we just released something. It's like, no, you motherfucker, you better release it for Superman Day, or I'm going to walk down. I'm going to walk. I know you're in LA, but I'm going to fucking walk and I'm going to pimp slap your ass. Come on now. Anyway, James Gunn, release a fucking trailer, you pussy. Anyway.
Ooh.
But McFarlane Toys are releasing their new figurine of Superman. Do you collect action figures of McFarlane Toys, or
not McFarlane? I do collect certain things, but not McFarlane. I don't care for them. I don't care for their look. I don't really. Yeah, they're just not for me.
Well, they're going to be better than the Mattel versions that they're going to have in the future, because apparently Mattel sucks. But this looks cool. I don't collect action figures either, but they look cool to anybody who does. So anybody who collects them, here you go. Yeah. Anyway, but they have also released, in regards to Superman Day, that we are going to be getting a shit ton of variants for the comics. Stuff by Jim Lee, Dan Jurgens, Frank Quitely, Kevin Maguire, Jorge Jimenez, Jerry Ordway. Just a lot of beasts in the industry, and giving us some great variant covers. So yeah, I love this one. This one's like really nice, really bright, comfortable, but it's got crypto. Who doesn't?
Yeah, it's cute.
Crypto?
There's another one in there that has crypto too, which is really nice.
Yeah, I like the one sitting on a cloud. That's another one of my favorites. But a lot of these are really, this is definitely reminiscent of the All-Star Superman logo, but yeah, great stuff. We love to see it. Although I have never been a Frank Quitely fan. I can't get behind his art. I know he's a legend. I know, he did All-Star Superman, but like, I just can't get like all of his characters look like tumors to me. I don't know. But even as someone who doesn't read comics, would you buy these variant covers even though you don't read comics, Liz?
No.
Not even just like picking it up like I like just like nice thing like put them behind you when you're replace some of the posters.
No.
Okay. You're no fun. Anyway. Um
I say I like the dog one. Yeah, there it is. I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, I like the black and white, but yeah, Jim Lee talking about Superman Day tomorrow, April 18th. I felt it appropriate to share my pencils for my variant cover, the upcoming new Superman comic, eponymously titled Superman Unlimited. This new Superman Monthly is written by the amazing Dan Slott. Well, I wouldn't call him amazing, and drawn by the ever fearless Raphael blah blah blah. Superman Unlimited debuts May 21st, so totally get it. Stop making fetch thing. It's not going to be a thing, Jim. All right, come on now. But yeah, so if anybody curious about Superman Unlimited, it's going to be debuting on May 21st, but revealing for Superman Day. So hell yeah, guys, getting pumped for Superman Day. Gonna be if I didn't already have, my Superman stuff on my social media, I would. But I already have it there. It's been ever since that sneak peek released. I've had it as my profile pic and my cover photo. So, but Jorge Jimenez is also showcasing his beautiful variant covers. So, so getting ready for Superman Day tomorrow. Here's my variant cover featuring David Cornsett Superman. As a fellow fan, I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. By the way, yes, the cover is an updated version of that pinup I did a few years ago, inspired by the great Frank Quitely All-Star cover. Batman number 161 cover out on June 25th. So, yeah, I think this looks awesome. Love to see it. Yes, there it is. But moving on to other stuff. But apparently somebody made a Superman mural in Paris, no less, by Mr. Brainwash for Superman Day. Look at that. Look at that awesome fuckingness right there.
That's pretty nice.
That looks
nice.
fucking. I love like the ripped tears and like you can see like it's not just random shit, but like it's got the Action Comics. Yeah. It has like it's got like I like the quote, even though I don't know what it means. I hope it be like obviously it's probably like truth, justice, and a better tomorrow, even though American way. But yeah, follow your dreams, all that great stuff. Love to see it, but. Hopefully we get your thoughts. Yeah, let's look in the chat. But glitter and gold, John and rainbows. Thanks. Mr. Terrific gift, please. The merch looks pretty cool so far. I don't collect. Give me a Starro throw pillow. Drop a trailer so the toxic toilet of the internet, like harsh critics and Tyrone, can hate on the movie. LOL. But just don't let Toyman steal them. Any Jorge Jimenez, it's beautiful. Superman fandom is alive and well. I'm here for it. Enterprising said. I don't know if the American way is something to strive towards anymore. LOL. What do I know though? Yeah, that's kind of fair. But like the American way isn't what America is. It's what America could be, and that's the thing we should strive towards. But this is still pretty awesome, and look up obviously, and really awesome. Thanks, Paris. You're not a total dump heap. I mean, you are, but like this is still cool. But and of course, we are going to be getting the Skibbity Riz Gen Z Clark Kent Funko Pop along with Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane.
Now those I might collect. I do collect.
I was wondering, do you collect Funko Pops regularly or no?
Do. I am not a completist. I only collect the ones that appeal to me. So I might get some of these.
Yeah, I might get this for a friend of mine who absolutely abhors James Gunn and refuses to see any future movies by him and hates the fact that this movie exists, but he loves Funko Pops. So I might just get that to troll him. And I hate Funko Pops too, but like I'm just saying, like I'm just a little troll. So yeah, this is great. Lovely. So anybody who collects Funko Pops, all 4 million of you, I don't get it, but cool. That's awesome to see. So DC Studios will abandon Superman canon with new movie. I guess I forgot to read this one, but a tie-in novel set before Superman applies specific canon-violating language to the Man of Steel. Clark Kent has been long known to draw his incredible powers from the rays of the sun. His abilities like flight, super speed, and near impervious. Blah blah blah. So apparently they're saying like he's a metahuman now. So I don't know if that's like much of a discussion, but like it is kind of interesting because metahuman is usually like man-made stuff that affects a person and activates their metagene, and then they become a metahuman. So I don't know if like that really makes sense for Superman, but like I don't know, maybe you have it's humans with powers. He's not a human, he's an alien. So I don't know if that really counts for that. I'm curious what the people in the chat are saying.
Yeah, that I don't have an opinion on that one.
But hang on. Well, he would be a meta dog, wouldn't he? Anyway, but yeah, this is definitely an interesting development. I mean, I'm still gonna get this Welcome to Metropolis novel, but yeah, it's interesting how they call him a metahuman. So like maybe they're, it's just gonna be like powered individuals and unpowered, which is like kind of a weird thing. I don't think that really fits for him. Like, I guess it's like if you're like being really technical, then yeah, you could like make that work. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing to add. I don't know if this is like the worst fucking thing ever. I don't think it's like gonna be like splitting hairs. Maybe it will, but like, I don't know. Yeah, Jose is saying find out July 11th. Article is all kinds of wrong. Don't tell Batman. But yeah, LOL, that's BS. Let's watch. Yeah, Nico saying let's watch the movie first. I definitely agree with that. We should just stick with trailers, movies, all that shit. Just don't fucking go insane, guys. Come on now. But that is it for DCU Daily. We still have one more thing though. We still have one more thing to do, and that is the preview for next week. So, get pumped for that because we are talking about the upcoming Michael B. Jordan project, and that is called, hang on, Sinners. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. If this would, there we go. Bruh, if I had any more room in my room for posters, I don't. But if I did, I want this fucking poster. Like, I know why you would want it, Liz.
First of all.
But like, but I'm just saying, this looks fucking amazing. Like, give me this. Honestly, I might put it above my bed, if you know what I mean. Like, I appreciate Michael B. Jordan. I appreciate that. Okay, you know what? I can be horny for Michael B. Jordan too.
You sure
I'm
can.
Just saying, like,
listen, there's plenty of Michael B. Jordan to go around because there's two
of them. There's two of them. As you keep saying, there's two of them. Where there's a hole, there's a girl. Got that double stroke in action.
Okay, well,
bye-bye.
Okay. That was sure.
I don't mind. Anyway, but I mean, we've talked about like at length. Like, look at this fucking like. They are cooking so much with this fucking marketing. Like, these posters are like the best posters I've seen for a movie in forever. Like, they actually are putting actual effort into this shit. Crazy. For an original film. Go figure. And we were talking about this before. Now it's back up to 98. Thank fucking God. But you have like fucking, what was it? Like three assholes? Like,
they're just hating. That's all. They're just
collapses into the familiar. It's a fucking vampire movie. Of course it's familiar. You stupid. Fuck you, Zachary Barnes, Wall Street Journal. You're a Wall Street bro. What the fuck do you know about movies? Go back to your fucking cryptocurrency, you little fucking jack off loser. Bitch. Anyway, I'm excited for Sinners. I've been excited since that first trailer job, but we also have you know, I mean, there was a ranking we did talk about the other day, but like, yeah, like Sinners, Black Panther, Creed, Fruitvale Station, and Wakanda Forever, nothing below a B for Ryan Coogler. And you know what? I'm willing to agree. Like, I might not love Black Panther as much as everyone else. I never saw Wakanda Forever, but he's like, he cooks. He cooks. So let the man cook in the beating hot sun, make him sweat so we can see the greatness. Yes, and inspired by Puss in Boots. Like that was go-to. We were talking about that the other day. But yeah, fuck yeah. Ryan Coogler. Just it's just like the thing for me personally, it's just like this is for the most part. I was talking a little bit before, but like for the most part, it's an original movie. And it would just be really nice to see like an original movie get a shit ton of money at the box office. Like, don't get me wrong, I love IPs. I'm excited for Superman. I'm excited for Fantastic Four. I'm not excited for Jurassic World, but I'm excited for a lot of things this year, original and non-original. But like, it would just be really cool to see like finally like getting something that's like an original movie, and like I appreciate that, Ron. But it would just be nice to see. I know you're just horny, but like I'm just excited for this movie.
First of all.
Well, we've talked about this at length. Both of us are very excited.
Very excited
for Sinners.
Again, remember in the very beginning, I was apprehensive because it's going to be scary and it's going to make me pee myself a little bit. But for Michael B. Jordan, I'll soil myself. I'll do it for you, babe.
Just wear a diaper. It's fine. Just you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. But yeah, but people in the chat saying vampires have never been interesting to me. That's interesting that you don't find them interesting. Yeah, Elite Easy. Yeah, you tell that jag off. The only vampire movie I've seen is Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. Yeah, no wonder you don't find
there's
vampires
your problem.
interesting. Yeah, the only thing you've seen is Van Helsing. Watch any Dracula movie. Watch Martin.
Underworld,
watch this.
Interview with the Vampire. Fuck, Twilight was
Interview with the Vampire. Yeah, exactly. That's another one. A lot of great vampire movies. Come on now.
Shit.
But exactly. Elite you fucking put it. Not Ryan Coogler, Ryan Cooker. Because this man cooks. And yes, WB, they might be on a roll. They might actually.
They're making money this year.
They might be making the money. Chicken jockey, baby. Let's go. I think the south part of this movie is the most interesting part of it I've seen so far. Okay. And then Ludwig Göransson on the score, an Oscar-winning Ludwig Göransson. So I think he won. Did he win for Black Panther? I don't remember. I know he won for Oppenheimer, but
he might have actually.
I don't remember. Dan, look it up. But yeah, but that's it. But Sinners excited, but that's it for the show, everyone. We just got it under the cusp of 2 hours. Let's see if I can get a short little goodbye. Try my best. But Enterprising, Hosea, Elite Easy E, even you, 5-Ash, Caleb, I saw Antonio, I think Hunter Iggy was in the chat for a little bit, Kyle Kaiswetter. We might be doing one of your comments tomorrow. But Dan was also in the chat because of course he was, and TC24 was in the chat. Thank you. Morkana, I think Manolo Ribeiro, you were there for a hot sec. Hermosa Faye, I don't think you've been here, so hello. Nico, you are all Kevin Davis, right dude, you are all Geek Ledger. Yes, I remember you too. Very wonderful. Thank you all for watching. We love each and every one of you. Make sure to watch the show obviously tomorrow, but make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the bell so you know when we go live, and put the comments after we go live because then you could be featured on a show. We'll try to do that more often. But Liz, do you have anything to say to the wonderful people, maybe to shill yourself a little bit?
Nobody puts Frank in a corner, babe. Nobody.
Where can they find you?
Try Not to Curse podcasts, anywhere you consume your Audible content.
Hell yeah. And you can find me at the Cool Kids Movie Reviews / The Geek Informant. Hopefully I can get out my video sometime this month. But
yes, new episode dropping tomorrow on my pod.
But anyway,
Great.
Thank you all for a lovely, lovely live stream. We will see you all tomorrow, you lovely people. We love each and every one of you. And remember, Michael B. Jordan nipples.
Oh.